Happy Monday, webheads. Another week, another Monday, and another top 10 comic book covers of the week. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions of what comic books to buy. And today, guys, I'm bringing you 2021's top 10 comic book covers of the week. Fans, this is week 26, and this is the video series where each and every week I share with you guys my top 10 favorite comic book covers of the week. But it doesn't stop there, guys. This is the series where you get to vote on your favorite comic book cover of the week, and it's a year-long competition, so by the time we get to the end of the year, you will have that final say on which comic book cover gets that all-important title of comic book cover of the year. So guys, before we get started, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And of course, if you don't want to miss any content from me, you got to hit the bell, ding-a-ling-ding, so you don't miss any content from me. And of course, guys, my Road to 10K X-Men giveaway is still going on. Super close to 10K subscribers very, very soon. So to enter, you must make sure you vote on this video. Okay, guys, so let's get started. We have some unfinished business to take care of. We have to find out who won Group 3 and who was nominated for Comic Book Cover of the Year. And there is also a second place, which will get thrown into a wild card round. So the winner of Group 3 and gets that automatic nomination for Comic Book Cover of the Year goes to Legends of the Dark Knight Issue 1, Harley Quinn playing pinball. That's right, guys. That one won by a landslide. It's a gorgeous cover. Definitely a strong contender for Comic Book Cover of the Year. Definitely worthy of the nomination nod. Now, the question is, who won the wild card round and still stays alive in this year's competition? Well, that wound up going to Venom issue 200 or 35, that Led Zeppelin variant cover. So it hangs in there. It only won over Art Germ's variant of Heroes Reborn by 2 votes. So it goes into the wild card round also at the end of the year. So there you guys have that. All right, so now with further ado, let's go forward into this week's top 10. So we start a beginning of a new group, and number 10 goes to X Factor issue 10. This is the Miguel Magardo variant A. This is another one of those gala covers where this one looks like it has Polaris on there. She's got green hair. She's wearing this interesting gown, and her facial expression's kind of weird. Kind of reminds me of like the Mona Lisa a little bit, you know. Definitely a nice looking cover. I'm going to tell you this right now before we go forward, guys. Finding covers this week was very difficult. This is like, what, the 5th week of the month or something like that. So there wasn't very many good ones. So these are ones I think are a stretch, but hopefully you can find something in there. So if this one is your favorite, make sure you vote, and only 1 vote per person. All right. Next, moving on to number 9, we have Cable issue 11. This is the Kale New variant A. This one has Cable with his big badass gun, and this one looks like a Marvel trading card, so that's why I liked it. You get to see him, looks like he's going through the wormhole or time portal or whatever it is. Guns blazing. I love it. I love the detail that goes into it. If this one is your favorite, let's vote. All right, next, moving on to number 8. This one's a funny one. This one goes to Crossover issue 7. This is the main cover, as you get to see a missing poster sign of Chip Zdarsky. That was brought to you at the very first issue of Crossover, and now they're bringing it here on this cover. And you get to see Chip Zdarsky's face on there. He's just like, and it's got a bloody hand on it, you know, trying to find Chip Zdarsky. It kind of just stays true to what this crossover comic book is about. I love how not only does it cross over heroes, but it kind of crosses over with writers and artists and all kinds of great stuff. Good series. Love the cover. Love the originality of it. And if this one is your favorite, let's make sure you vote. All right, moving on to number 7. We have Daredevil. This is issue 31. This is Greg Land's Spider-Man Villains variant. So I love how some of these villains are popping up in some of these other covers, where here we have the Shocker doing battle against Daredevil. So neat. Totally awesome. I love this cover. Strictly reason being is I love the Shocker. He's a great B-rated, maybe even C-rated villain. But the first time I ever saw him was on the old school cartoon, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and Shocker was on there. And I just thought it was cool, man. He turned up his belt and he got these shockwaves going on. And then he destroyed the building and Aunt May wound up going into the hospital. This reminds me of that, even though he's fighting Daredevil. I think it's awesome. If you think it's awesome and deserve the worthiness of possible cover of the week, guys, make sure you vote in the comment section below. All right, so we push forward to number 6. And this one we have Shang-Chi issue 2, Linnell Francis Yu. This is the main cover as we get to see Captain America fighting Shang-Chi. What's happening? Shouldn't they be friends? Well, they're fighting and falling out of some kind of high-rise building, which is pretty cool. Not only is the fight scene pretty neat, but you get to see all the details that go into it while they're fighting. There's like a coffee pot flying off of. There's a tablecloth. I don't know, or maybe if that's a sash, who knows, but there's like a cereal bowl, and I love how they just flew out the window and they're still battling. I think that's awesome. So if that one is your favorite, let's go ahead and vote. All right, so now we go forward to the top 5, and number 5 goes to Green Arrow 80th Anniversary 100-page Super Spectacular issue 1. This one is done by this is the cover D, Neil Adams, 1960s variant. There is a lot to say in this whole title. This took forever to get out, but nevertheless, love this cover. I love this era of Green Lantern where he was teaming up with Oliver McQueen. I think that's awesome here, and I just think them fighting side by side is something maybe we should see again. So seeing this cover is so cool. If this one is your favorite, let's go ahead and vote. All right, so now we move on to number 4, and this one goes to Two Moons issue 5 Ricci main cover. I know nothing about this story, but I thought whoever this guy is facing this army of demons and monsters, and it looks like he's got his work cut out from him, and all he has is his torn shirt and a couple of like daggers, and he's fighting again this army of monsters. And I love all the facial expressions on the creatures, their red eyes. He's against all odds. Will he prevail? I don't know. I have no idea what this book is about, like I said, but I thought it was a cool cover. And if you think it's a cool cover and it should be comic book cover of the week, let's go ahead and vote in the comments section below. All right, comic fans, let's move forward now. We go on to the Marvels issue 3. This is the Alex Ross main cover. Looks like these soldiers are in the Savage Land. That's what I'm assuming here. And they're just looking up and they're stepping in a big Tyrannosaurus Rex footprint, which is awesome. The jungle is all cool and detailed. And then you get to see Captain America on one side and you get to see Bucky on the other side. Awesome detail. We all know how great Alex Ross is as an artist. Every time he does a cover, it's always jaw-dropping. If this one is your favorite, let's vote. All right, moving on to number 2. This is not like the best or most artistic cover in the world, but I like it. And this one goes to Giant Size Amazing Spider-Man Chameleon Conspiracy issue 1 main cover by Mark Bagley. Some of these title names are so long this week, but this one is cool because who is the chameleon? He's a master of disguise. And it's awesome to see him in his little office chair with his suit, and you get to see all his disguises along the wall, right? It's so cool. You get to see Hobgoblin, Jack-O-Lantern, you get to see Boomerang and Namor and Chance and all these different disguises that he has, and even some of them are on the floor, like the Vulture and Scorpion and Doc Ock and the Beetle. It's awesome to just, look at some of these covers and pay attention to the fun detail that it has to offer for the reader. So if this one is your favorite, let's vote. All right, webheads, last but not least, my favorite comic book cover of the week goes to Spawn issue 319. This is the main cover done by Bjorn Barendis. Sorry if I said your name incorrectly, but this is like an Incredible Hulk transformation cover, right? This is as we get to see the villain, and I forget his name. I totally forgot it. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. You'll say it in the comments below. See him transforming into the creature that he becomes. The detail is amazing. The facial expression from transformation from almost human to demon is amazing as well. Oh God, I can't remember the name. It's driving me crazy. It is such a nice looking cover. Definitely by far for me, the cover of the week. Hopefully you guys agree with me. If not, that's fine too. Guys, thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's top 10 comic book covers of the week. Like I said, give this video a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and if you like my content, don't forget, you can click on here or here. There's more videos to check out on Comic Book Corner 2.0. So thank you so much, guys, and until that next video, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off.